Mark Okraku-Mantey. You know, we have just brought him from his home early morning like this. He should be having some rest. But he's here with us this morning. Daybreak Hitz 103.9. If you have any questions, comments ahead of time, 0548841039. You can send them now or just go on our social media handles and connect with us here. All right. Okay, so let's get in here and get talking. Let me say good morning to you, Roberts, and former Deputy Minister of Tourism. Culture and Creative Arts. It's so confusing. Former Deputy Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture.
But that's interesting. That's Motak versus Motka. Why the difference though?
Sir, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome home. We're always happy to see you home. Rob.
Note and underline the word you used.
Yes, home. Yes.
We'll come back to it.
It's very important.
We'll come back to it.
Rob, how are you?
Tell I'm well.
Yeah, this weekend was very packed.
Yeah, this weekend was
very packed.
Yeah, it was packed. Depending on where you sit, there were multiple things fighting for attention. Some of them were booked earlier. Some of them you had to respond because it was necessary.
Yeah,
So yeah.
Okay, this morning we're talking about legacies of our cultural icons and how to preserve them. But before we start, let's get into the vigil which was held for Daddy Lumba over the weekend. Yeah, you were part of the producers.
Yes.
Okay. What went into the production?
So first of all, let me say kudos to the team, Creative Arts Agency, and everybody within their space responsible for, first of all, mooting for this to be held, and then secondly, the iconic venue they chose, that's the Independence Park, to be able to contain the numbers, and the fact that in the Independence Park itself had all the black stars. You see all the elements that basically speaks to.
Yes.
The fact that a treasure of this particular nature needed to be, born in a way that celebrates his legacy, and and all the parties involved. So they put together a team and were supposed to help in coordinating the affairs and ensuring that the execution.
When you say they, you mean the Creative Arts Agency?
Creative Arts Agency, and I'm not too sure who the other folks are, but I know the Creative Arts Agency.
I hear them mention the Commission on Culture. They mentioned a number of other agencies.
So I know
the ministry.
Good, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So let me just say the Creative Arts Agency because they were in the forefront.
Okay.
Yeah. So Charterhouse was approached to be a part of the conversation and to be able to contribute their quota, but it wasn't just us.
Okay.
There were a number of people who also provided some form of logistics.
Rhythms Africa.
So Rhythms Africa was an event factory, and then we also had a TV station, GH1, TV3 playing their role, and other TV stations as well. Because on the night there were quite a number of them. We had Joy Prime coming.
Yeah, we were there.
Quite a City had their Channel 1 there as well. Quite a number of them, and then we also had Musica playing a very good role, solid role. Throwing their support for the project, and the family very cooperative. Sending through representation to ensure that the program went well. We had the fans of Daddy Lumba. They also came through. I think the number of them came to even offer them their services for free in terms of ushering and all of that. So I think that it was a program that basically had lovers and people who felt the impact of the icon, coming to throw in their support to make sure that the program went well. At the end of the day, what we saw is what we saw and experienced is the outcome of the synergistic effect of everybody. Yeah,
and I saw the very huge crowd at the vigil.
Yeah,
and people were asking, "This is just the vigil. We are waiting for the funeral itself." And on the other hand, there are others who think, this whole thing is not even necessary. It appears maybe they should have waited for the main funeral, so they do, let's say, a 3-day or 4-day funeral where they can have a concert or something like that. In your opinion, do you really think this vigil was needed?
Asking that question is like asking everybody who came there whether they thought it was necessary or not.
Yeah.
So if they were there, then they thought it was necessary.
Okay.
Yeah, and that is what's literally over 20,000 people coming around, thinking that it was necessary, and the number of people who watched on television and TV stations giving their airtime, prime time. on Saturday evening for this particular. I mean, that question, if you take all the elements, I don't even need to tell you because a lot of people thought it wasn't necessary. So much so that they literally gave, things that were valuable to support this particular project. So yeah.
My highlight of the whole event was Andy Doss's performance.
Oh, there were two facets actually. There was the first part and then there was the second part. Andy showed that Charlie.
He did for.
Yeah, he's like the D in the Andy, the Dusty.
He did not just play music; he performed.
He performed, yeah. He was one of the co-MCs actually, but he was supposed to be performing from his DJ's corner, and he did. I mean, he held his own, and he was quite. He just made it connected exactly how we were looking for what we were looking for. How he pictured it, he imagined it, and then he delivered. So kudos to Andy. Yeah.
Okay, now let me come to my boss, former Deputy Minister of Tourism, Art and Culture, Mark Okraku-Mantey, and pick his thoughts on this one. Sir, during the weekend, did you get the chance to?
I've not been knighted by the Queen of England.
To monitor. Okay. Boss. Let me use boss. Or should I use honorable?
No. I've been banned honorable by one lady in the capital of Ghana. So,
were you banned?
Yeah.
I'm not sure you've been banned.
She says I do not. And I've accepted.
Okay, then I'll be oscillating between sir and boss.
Sir is England, boss is Ghana.
Ghana is boss.
You know what I mean?
Ghana
no,
is
the street is boss.
Ghana. I saw you in Adom FM studios on Saturday because we also did a live coverage and discussion on Joy Prime. So when I closed and I was going, I saw you were on set.
Yeah.
But did you get the chance to maybe watch videos of the Vigil after you did?
Even this morning, one TV channel was showing almost the whole thing again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I saw a bit of it.
Oh, okay.
Up to some time, and then my light went out, and my gen set couldn't come on. So I stopped watching and I came. Yeah.
What's your impression of the whole event, the Vigil for Daddy Lumba?
You were scared I was going to talk about Doom, so no. Feel free.
Oh, no. No, I wasn't scared. But I thought you would talk about it. I wasn't scared. Okay. You were reading my mind there.
I was reading between the lines. Yeah.
What do you make of the Vigil?
Okay. When Robert was speaking, he kept mentioning the Creative Arts Agency. The Creative Arts Agency.
Yeah.
Did you have it 10 years ago?
No.
Are you benefiting from the Creative Arts Agency?
Maybe this could be one of the benefits. And other things they've done, they've laid down from the beginning, from the council days to now.
And who midwifed the Creative Arts Council to the agency?
You were in charge.
So I did something.
Oh, you did. You did something.
All right. I'm happy today.
The documentation, legislation.
Today I'm happy you remember that.
Oh, but I think this is public knowledge.
I did something. Okay. It's public knowledge. It's public knowledge, but I'm saying this because a few months ago, people sat in the same studio, disrespected my president or our president, Akufo-Addo, and some of them even said, I went to office, did nothing. So I'm excited today. People are mentioning the Creative Arts Agency. When I was working on the Creative Arts Agency, government was not paying me. I was here with you guys. What did I get? Maybe that is part of politics, but it will come back and bite all of you. Today you are mentioning Creative Arts Agency. Let's move on.
So
I saw the video.
Yes.
I saw the video.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Okay.
It was beautiful. And so I pray that family and government agencies who are collaborating to put together the funeral will not delay too much. because knowing the country that I come from, if we go and delay by a month, 2, something comes up, they've forgotten. And the same energy and the vibe that you are feeling today will not be same. And it will be very uncomfortable to have a vigil like this and then see a funeral that wouldn't get the necessary attention. And when I was watching, another thing came to mind. Did people come from other parts of the country to join?
Yes.
And what was that?
Our reporter interviewed some people who came from Kumasi and other parts of the country.
And what was that in tourism?
Funeral tourism. I was about to say that. Say it. Why?
No, it is tourism.
It is. What aspect of tourism?
No, it can't be described as funeral tourism. It can't be described as funeral tourism.
It is funeral tourism.
Yes.
It is not can.
Okay.
You are running away.
I'm not running away. I'm within.
You guys were promised a fashion show in July by President Mahama, and he was going to catwalk himself.
Yes.
July is past, we're in August.
Black Star Experience.
Yes. So Okraku-Mantey netewa. Din. Idashe Lumba ewu. Din. Maye kom muhwe rade. Because Okraku-Mantey is no more in that office. So now everything is fine. Yes. I'm reminding you that July is gone. We're in August. I'm waiting for the fashion show. Charterhouse, are you involved in that fashion show too?
I'm not here. I don't even have details of the fashion show. I don't know about the fashion show.
And President Mahama is going to walk. I'm waiting. I can't wait to see my man walk. Yeah.
You might even join him on the...
Oh, if he calls me, I'll go and join him. But that's that. I don't know how to walk in that sense. I don't know that one. But if they teach me, why not? Yeah.
Political work there, I'm sure.
So it was good. The numbers we saw were good. All the people who were part of it, congrats. Yeah, this is what we've been asking for. Yeah. Collaboration for results for Ghana. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Now, let's go to the main topic. We are looking at how to preserve the legacy of our icons, our cultural icons. Now, in the first place, when we say legacy, what do we consider a legacy?
Okay, you didn't tell me to go and read university books.
No, you are experienced, so some of these things comes in handy.
Okay, legacy is actually not what you, the person, feel is your legacy. It's what the people who consume you see as legacy.
Okay, not what you feel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because legacy is relative. I can decide that for me, my legacy is that I'm the one who produced that Jamnes Kokoko. But the consumers, the people you are selling to, can say, no. We think that you have done this over time. Your legacy is inferior. And it is the people who put value on your legacy. It is not you yourself.
Okay.
No, it's not you. So for you, if you can decide that you are, and I see some of those characters in the creative industry, who they themselves are telling us they are large, they are this, they are that, and knowing the industry that you find yourselves in, they don't talk back because the people who make noise are the ones you place value on.
Yeah.
But the consumers don't value such people. They are like veil in the eyes of people. So why is everybody talking about Lumba? Was he available when he was alive? How many times would you see him? Do you ever hear him say, I am this person's, so celebrate me? Do you know I am the one who did this? Yeah. Never. Anytime you go for a meeting with Lumba, as industry meeting, he can sit in a meeting for hours. He won't utter a word. Yes. You can find out from those who had meetings with him as industry meetings. He will not say one word. Because he didn't live in Ghana most of the time, he will come occasionally, and when he hears of some of these meetings, he will come happy. He will smile to everybody. He won't say one word.
Is it because he had nothing to say or he didn't just want to talk?
That is his style. There's an Akan adage that goes like, wow, we are boko tina,
yeah,
unyi yotope.
Yes.
You know that thing?
Yeah.
In English, it means that the snail, if it decides to stay in a small corner in the forest, it can become very big. Because people don't pick it up and kill it easily, put it in a soup. And the reason is that it is about the slowest in the forest. And so if it flaunts itself by the pathway when you're going to the farm, you can pick it easily. You don't struggle to pick the snail. And so you will be used for soup before 1 year. So you hide in the forest, and over time you can become big before you are used for the soup. So he is that type, and it's even in his songs. Okraku-Mantey has it in his song. So he preserves himself in his mind. He must stay in his corner so he can become Otope. Give me one line that you know from Lumba, from interview, that you hear him criticize or diss someone. That's not him. He won't. He can find the mistakes. He can find the fault. He can talk to you tete-a-tete, but in public, he won't. That's him. That's his style. So legacy, I think, is what the people think is your legacy.
Okay, so what makes one, let's say, a creative worth celebrating?
Okay, it is what, like Robert said, if the people decided to come to Independence Square, then it means it was relevant. It means they needed it. Yes, the marketing concept. If there's a need for the thing, they consume. If there's no need, you won't consume.
Okay.
So the fact that they are consuming, then there's a need for it. And so if you have something that the public see or deem fit to qualify it as your legacy, then it's your legacy. So for a creative person, what would you remember me for? As a creative person,
for your music works.
So it's my legacy. That's what you remember. I can't pour my legacy on you.
Yeah.
For you know, if you come to my house, I have this plant that I cherish. But can you imagine if I come out to say, "Oh, my legacy is my plantain tree in my house"? Some of you come and beat me, or you say I'm going off.
Yeah.
So it is not you, the person.
Okay.
No, it is what the people find
through the eye of the people.
Yes. Okay. That's your legacy.
All right.
I hear some of you say President Akufo-Addo's legacy is, and they say all the negative things sometimes. And you should talk to President, you say, time will tell. Because he knows that a lot of our presidents, when they were presidents, Ghanaians never saw any legacy. At least I've lived to see President Kufuor. So sometimes when I hear people talk about President Kufuor, I get surprised. Say, oh, President Kufuor, yeah. See, did President Kufuor do all these things? And sometimes when I apply the route East Legon and I come to town, use the airport hills, use the interchange, and how many minutes I used to get to 37. And I say, this is the same President Kufuor. I say, why? You get it. So the people will tell.
Okay, let's look at the importance of preserving legacies. Let's look at the social and economic importance. Again, let me start with you, Mark, then I'll come to you, Robert.
Let me just quickly throw something on the...
All right.
You were talking about the legacy bit. Yes. So
yes.
Like you rightfully said, it is what people value out of the works that you have done, essentially.
Okay.
So what your life represented. Usually legacy is more about your after effect. As in, what you have done over a particular period and how the people perceive it. So are they placing value on it or not? Does it really matter to them? Were you that significant in terms of the culture fiber of the country? What did you contribute to? That kind of stuff. So when at the end of the day you've been able to touch multiple people in different ways and they cherish that touch or they cherish that impact, then at the end of the day translates to some form of legacy, essentially. Because so the bigger you are in terms of the number of people you are touching or the impactful you have been, the bigger the legacy, because more people will, place premium on your name or your works. So
since you have the mic, then let me stay with you. The social and economic importance of preserving legacies of our cultural icons.
I think that, so let me put it this way. There's what legacy itself begins with the person involved. The person we are discussing. So, for example, in this case, if we are discussing Kwame Dazi, legacy begins with you. During your career, the things you do, the far and wide, the impacts, etc., all of these elements after the end of your career or at the end of the career, we will look at it, and then based on the impact that you have made, we say, okay, at the end of the day, this guy has been so impactful, and this is what his works mean to me, and that is a legacy.
Okay.
So if you do what you're supposed to do when you are active, then you being inactive, we who have been impacted by it, we get to the position where we are asking, what do we do to be able to preserve it? So if nothing has been deposited into the bank of legacy or the legacy bank, then there's...
I like that. Legacy bank.
Yes, if you haven't invested into the legacy bank, there is nothing to preserve, really.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So let's just say that it starts with you, and you doing things that are worth the while of the people that they would consider legacy bank investment. So you've done that. And then we come and say, this is so good, we don't want to forget it. We don't want to forget the person. We don't want to forget your works. We think it is worth remembering. We think it is worth preserving. We think we should share with the rest of the world. We think we should talk about you. We think we should find ways and means to, constantly call your name out. So then either your name, your works, an experience that can be done or curated just to be able to amplify who you are and what you are within the cultural space, so to say. So that's
what do we gain from preserving the works?
Yes, economic values are a lot. I mean, if you say, for example, like we're speaking of the last time, celebration, right? Celebration. So that's about for Fela, so to say, or there's a Bob Marley museum somewhere. All of these elements, for as long as it's established, there are economic value that comes to it. So if you take celebration, the fact that people participate in it, any event organized has huge benefits when it comes to economics. So from who you are employing to provide logistics, from security folks, to venue payments, all of that, everything that goes into the concept itself, etc., all of that comes with something that has money or monetary value that goes into the pockets of people. So that in itself has value if you are organizing, let's say, an event. Beyond that, if you have a museum, so to say, from the place to getting the the rental of the place or getting the place ready in terms of the creation, people monitoring and managing it, people coming in there regularly to be able to look. So if you take a certain Kwame Nkrumah, if you go to the mausoleum, so to say, let me just use that because it's easier for people to be able to make reference to it. Yes, every time you go there, there's X amount of money you're likely to pay, and then the fact that there are people working there, that whole experience, whatever we're experiencing from Nkrumah Mausoleum, speaks to the economic value you can get from a thing of that nature, especially if that person is iconic within our space. So yes, there are more and more you can have, but these are two specific things I can speak about. One that speaks about an experience, another one that speaks about a physical structure that exists that people can actually visit and experience what the person did.
Okay, let me come to Mark. Sir, the same question to you. How important is it for us to preserve legacies of our icons? Economic importance, social importance?
Okay, it's important, and they come in twofold. Soft, and then hard.
Okay.
So let me start with soft. Culture transformation. Or let me not use transformation. Let me say culture continuity. Yes, continuity. Today, those of you who listen to lyrics in songs, some of you will listen to a Lumba song and will be able to tell what happened in the 80s and 90s. Just listen to the song. Say, I hear him mention this nightclub. It was a nightclub around Daybreak in the 19th something. Oh, okay. So it is a document, music. It's a document. So the younger people can admire somebody like Lumba as a motivation. So once upon a time, there was one man from Insuta, Masante Mampong, who was able to do this. Nanampedu, a great storyteller. So if you have a Nanampedu's museum, when you go and they narrate an Nampedu story to you, by the time you are through, you've learned something. You pick up something. You can even sample. If you're a musician, you can sample. Interpolation, influence. The hard part is the economic.
Okay.
You see a structure. There's something tangible that can bring money to the nation and family.
All right.
You know, the last Olympic Games, or was it Olympic Games? Yeah. It will happen in France. Is it last year?
Yeah, I think it was last year, right?
Last year?
Yeah.
Do you know one of the tourist sites that they were marketing? Their first public toilet.
First public toilet
in France. It was a tourist site. I'm sure if I had come to say something like that here.
They say toilet tourism.
Toilet I would have been in trouble. Yes. So, two sides, the soft side and then the hard side. And so it's important to preserve history. It is important for the younger ones to know. You see, right now, most people are speaking English with their children.
Yeah.
Most parents.
Yeah.
Danger. Because the moment you lose your languages, you don't have a country. Yes. The reason why you admire another country and not the other one is because you are able to appreciate what they say. And so if you watch Ghana, we tilt towards English-speaking countries. That's why if you offer visa for tourism, somebody to travel, and the moment you say, oh, we want you to go to maybe Kazakhstan, you see the numbers are very low because of the language. And Kazakhstan, how would I be able to decode what they say? But then when they hear, oh, US, oh, UK, it is the language. It is a language. So your language, and West Africa, that's one of the challenges we've had. On our left, French, right, French, top, French. So working together is not as easy as if we were all speaking a particular language. The southern part of Africa, they all speak Swahili.
Yeah, Swahili.
Yeah.
Actually, Swahili is the most spoken country in Africa.
Language.
Yeah, language, sorry.
In Africa.
Yeah, in Africa, yeah.
And so, you see, it works. They say when a song becomes a hit in South Africa, automatic, Zimbabwe, all those songs around, those countries around, they work. But you see us,
so
when a song
matters.
is a hit...
Yeah. Language matters, to an extent, in a way. Yeah.
But you see, when a song becomes a hit in Ghana,
yeah,
it crosses over, it jumps Togo, jumps Benin and goes to Nigeria. When Nigeria too hits there, it will cross these French countries and come to Ghana. So language is a big deal. How we preserving all these things. And so it is important we preserve language. And the people who are ambassadors of language, and the musicians are ambassadors of language.
True.
Yes.
True.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Now, let's look at some of the ways we can preserve the legacies of our cultural icons. And I'm listing a few so that we pick each of them and then we get deeper into them. Statues and monuments, we have museums and exhibitions, we have Hall of Fames, Walk of Fames, we have biopics and documentaries, tribute concerts and festivals, named buildings or streets, we have murals and public arts, posthumous releases, commemorative items, foundations, and charity. So these are just some of the ways that people elsewhere celebrate and preserve the legacies of their celebrities or icons. Have we been able to do some or any of these for our legends, our icons?
Let me add one for you.
Please
which
do.
Is not on your paper.
Yes.
Remake of the songs.
Okay, remake.
After every 10, 20 years, when the song is remade, then the newer generation
gets
to
introduced
know.
to it. Yeah.
And they
oh, okay.
Yes.
So the artists themselves, okay, people remaking.
Sarkodie did Stir It Up.
Okay.
You remember
so
the whole
Bob
Marley, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So he reignited the Stir It Up.
Yeah.
It's another way of reintroducing that brand
to a younger generation.
So a while back, I think about, I don't know how many, 20 years back, when the Lauryn Hill, Busta Rhymes, all of that squad, they did the Bob Marley
Bob Marley album.
Yes.
So to that generation.
Okay.
And then now they made Sarkodie, the Stone Boys, etc., have done a new one. You know, so that's a remake. You know, to reintroduce it. You know, as and when.
Have we experienced that with our musicians here in Ghana? Have we had any of such thing happening?
I think Honorable mentioned, hey Charlie.
Maybe we can throw it in once in a while.
How? It go hard for me to come out. Anyways, yeah. So
Bossu or say
Bossu works.
So Bossu mentioned you know, the sampling of songs, essentially. I mean, the fact that you can sample, interpolate any of those elements actually speaks to any of these things. If you're able to do that, then you'd be able to reintroduce it. I want to quickly also add to your list two things that are not there.
Please add more.
One, the right to earn.
To earn
from their works.
Okay.
If for any reason we have not fixed the Gamro issue, we are depriving them of the right to earn. So if you want to talk about honoring somebody's legacy, it starts with when the person is alive. And then it translates to when the person is gone. Because everything about estate management, which is about the financial aspect of when the person is gone, like, you know, their works, if you haven't fixed your IP, if you haven't fixed the system to be able to ensure that they can earn, then there's really nothing in terms of revenue coming through. So the right to earn. And we know our labor laws, etc., that says that what? Equal work for equal pay.
Okay.
Equal pay for equal work. The guys have worked. We have a country. You want to preserve their legacy. It starts with taking interest to ensure that when they work, they put out work, they are able to earn.
Okay.
Yes. And so this thing about royalty, no matter how we look at it, is supposed to be something. I just don't like the way it's being treated, you know, and I think that it begins here because people have contributed their quota and then they die poor. Doesn't make sense. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And there's nothing to manage when they are gone. You understand? So that's one area.
Okay.
Another area is having, you know, this thing about labels.
When the record label.
Record label.
Okay.
When the record label is foreign owned, and they own your masters because you are with them, they don't just own your masters; they are owning a part of your culture. We just saw Honorable just described how Daddy Lumba's songs, you know, artists are cultural ambassadors, you know, and all of that. Now, so there are people who are selling their catalogs currently, right? They are selling songs that they have done, which are elements of culture, and they are being owned by foreigners right now. So I just want to bring that to the fore.
When the person dies,
but the masters is not owned by you.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the masters is not yours.
So how do you reverse that?
If you have more labels here and you empower them. So that's why we cannot treat the things we treat the way we treat them.
Okay.
If there are people here who are doing the work, we should be interested in them growing and becoming bigger.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because if I don't own the masters, I don't call the shots when it comes to what the masters will do. Exactly. So, yeah. Label. Let's also think about what it means.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
All right. So what he's saying is that,
yes,
you know, why are we fighting that all our artifacts and all the things that the white people, British, took away through colonization and all of that? Why are we pushing that restitution? They should bring reparation. They should bring it back. Because as a country, or as African countries, we think that they are our intellectual properties.
Okay.
Correct. So, and music too is one of those things.
Intellectual property.
So if your writings, your finished works are published, your publisher is somewhere in the West, and they're excited. Oh, it's Spotify. I mean, they take, even if you give them a local one, they don't want it. They want a foreign one. It is assets of the country being given out.
From cultural perspective.
Okay.
Yes, assets. So by the next 100 years, when we are no more, younger generations, you will see that anytime you want to do a remake,
you need to go.
You have to go and pay pounds or dollars.
Yeah.
To do a song that is from your own country.
This is profound. I never thought about this. Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So let's get to other aspects of this conversation. So Elvis Presley's Memphis home is now a museum, attracting millions of tourists annually. Luciano Pavarotti's home in Modena has been transformed into a museum as well. Then Prince's home and studio in Minnesota is now a museum. Bob Marley's Kingston home has been turned into a museum. Fela Kuti's home has been turned into a museum, the one in Lagos called the Kalakuta Museum. Can we do this in Ghana?
Did you watch my vetting?
Yes, I did.
I mentioned this.
Okay.
For President Rawlings.
Okay. I think I missed that.
Yes, yeah. I did.
Okay.
But I no more discuss here. You remember this same topic?
Yeah.
I called here as a deputy minister. I had some discussions. And then I called Hagler, and Hagler put me on.
Okay.
Bulldog was in this studio, disrespected me, chaka. Spoke basa. So when Hagler called me today, I told him that he called me last week that he wanted me here. I said I wasn't coming. I wasn't interested in these conversations anymore. And then Cosby, my boy Cosby, who works at Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah, said, he called me, I was on the line. Then he said, he called me. I said, I was talking to Hagler, but he wanted me to come. Then he said, I shouldn't do that. So he convinced me. So Hagler will tell you that I called him back and said, okay, I've changed my mind. Yeah, because I saw it as, but I won't blame you, it was Andy Dusty. It wasn't you.
Stray bullets.
Yes. And I you see, I won't blame you. I called in, showed interest as a minister of the ministry, deputy minister of the ministry that should drive some of these things. Troka all over the place. People come and sit in this room and insult, finally they are insulting Jesus Christ. And we are excited. Instead of discussing things that bring growth, development, change, what do? Today Lumba is dead. We are thinking of how. My vetting. I said that at my vetting. That President Rawlings' home should be used as a museum. Friday I was on wound to me. I said the same thing. And I shared the concept that you create commercial activities in the compound. A private man should purchase the building. A businessman. We'll see if we can convince our old man, President Akufo-Addo, if we'll be interested. He's now a former president.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there will be nothing wrong if we're able to persuade him to get it, especially for his son. And I'm saying his son because I remember when Anatufo passed and we are going to see President Akufo-Addo. And then he said, Udiahe. And then when we mentioned Anatufo, I think Anatufo was around 60 something.
Yeah.
Oh, such a young man.
Comparing his age to
Then later he said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, some of you in the room will not agree he's a young man. But for my age, so that's what I'm saying, his son. And knowing the relationship between the former president and Daddy Lumba, it will not be out of place if he shows interest.
Yeah.
Bloggers, I speak simple English. I am one of the people who speak simple English in public.
And clearly, with no accent.
No. What I say, write them exactly as I say them. I know this one. Somebody will go and write that. Okraku-Mantey says President Akufo-Addo will buy the house. Yes. And so that's why I have stopped going for interviews. These bloggers do not go for any training. Courtesy data and one phone. You know, I mentioned recently, I said something about Dr. Baumia and the song between Daddy Lumba. They've changed the whole thing just because they want headlines. And people like us, we are not lucky. I don't know what is with us. Anything I say, they will find nice ways of massaging it. You see, even if I want to use a strong word, I'm careful. Instead of me to use a strong word for all the wrong things they do, I'm using massage. You know. And then they go and write headlines and I'm getting caught. Did you say this? Did you say that? Why? So I am coming again. I'm saying that we will try and persuade President Kufuor and see if he'll be interested in, because he's a former president now.
So turning Lumba's residence into a museum.
He can be an entrepreneur now. He's a former president.
But I'm just concerned whether the family is willing to give up.
To do that?
No, to give it up yet. Like,
to give it out.
Yeah.
No. It's a conversation we are starting now. But to let go, do you know how many houses that Lumba has?
Okay.
Maybe one of them.
Okay. I mean, like, I was thinking from the angle of one.
Just like the examples I gave earlier, they all give one of their houses out to be used as museums. Yeah. So maybe.
You see that building where the DL,
the radio station is.
In 1999, I went to that neighborhood to purchase my land. So I live in that hood. In 1999, when I was going to buy my land, that DL building was already.
Okay.
The one that is the radio station.
Yeah.
It was so that when I was say, Daddy Lumba cried 9 years.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes the sellers, they use big names to entice you to come around.
Come and stay close.
Yes.
In certain cases, if you don't take care, they even use the name to, like, the junction or the neighborhood.
Yes.
The DL neighborhood.
Like Lumba Junction.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. Yeah.
So he's had that long time ago.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. Again, if the family gets to know that it is viable economically, the family has a chance to benefit from this. So some degree of partnership or royalty will be going to the family. I'm not sure that they will reject such, because most of these buildings, my father passed. Yesterday was 9 years. And I know how we are struggling to maintain his properties. So
just because we are speaking about that, elsewhere, there are two things. One, they always recommend that you have a will that basically stipulates whatever is supposed to be done.
Okay.
Or the second one, you have a trust, and then you appoint executors of the trust.
Okay.
So the executors of the trust.
Hey, you say what? Elsewhere, you are what? It's a prerogative of the person. You can't choose not to do any of these things.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
I'm just saying. But we are discussing ideas.
But the way you said it, as if elsewhere it is like compulsory. That's how you
No, you didn't say that.
No. Okay. I'm saying that there is a will. Like, so if you have a will,
okay,
then
if
You know, elsewhere.
Okay.
And then you also have a trust, and then you appoint executors of the trust, or the family basically takes it up and then run it. So whoever is running your estate continues in that particular space. So again, assuming, because he muted the fact that an approach will be given, the former president will be approached
to consider,
yes, if he is interested. That's what he said. So
we have been very careful.
So we are saying that even if he's not interested, from the family perspective, there are things that they can also do, because there is value for the legacy of DL. And so for as long as there's value, they can look into that particular space to consider that and, you know, put up one of the homes for that particular purpose and ensure that it's done. I think that when you take the story of what's the name, Bob Marley, or even if you take Khlah's children, Khlah's children are responsible for managing his estate. You know, so yes, that these are few things that they can learn for, hopefully, from, if we should not get the private elements here talking about, or they can review all the options and decide which is the best way to go. But there are also situations where you have family members who are unable to manage it because they just were not oriented, or they don't have the capacity to be able to run it.
But
you know,
can individuals also say, maybe we want to build something, a museum for him? Is it possible?
That's why I started with a businessman.
Okay.
You mentioned
a businessman.
Yes. Let's give credit to Charterhouse.
Yes.
When I was in office, they came, they approached. I think one of the meetings, Robert, you were part.
Yeah, I was part.
Yes, with Minister Japan Mesa.
Yes.
Okay. Part, yes. That they were looking for space to put together a music museum.
Yeah.
So I think we offered them the National Museum, that they should engage them. I think we have some space there and see how they can collaborate to start something. I don't know how far they've gone with that, but the fact that they have even thought of that is good.
Yeah.
Yes. when I called in the last time, the one that Uncle Sishe, in this room, I remember what I said. I said that I even offered that I was ready to give land, government land. Yes, Hagla, 2 of us. And I even motivated Bulldog that he's a private person, he should move instead of using microphone. Or they were not doing right, talk it. He should come so that since he's showing interest in that, it is not a government thing, it should be private.
Okay.
And I'm saying that it shouldn't be a government thing because starting for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah built the National Museum. He didn't even finish. The National Museum, you see, that's not the full one. There's an uncompleted one by it.
Oh.
Yes. Where the amphitheater.
Yes, that side.
Yes.
Okay.
Go back and check. You see this huge uncompleted building. That is supposed to add to the main one to make it the National Museum.
Oh, okay.
He didn't finish. Even from the time he built it, the only one who came to renovate it is President Akufo-Addo. 1958 to 2021. Yes. So if you give it to government, again, music museum or film museum or creative art museum, since 1958, check out the gap, the variance, how many years? So what guarantee as creative people would you have if you give such a thing to government? But if you decide that, okay, we have links, Charterhouse, this, that, 5 people, they are putting their monies together. We are building music museum. Very doable. Government is ready to give you the land.
Okay.
Very doable. And when it is your private sector, it is called going concern in business. It means business is infinite. Steve Jobs. They say he's the founder of Apple.
Yeah.
At a point in time, he left Apple. At a point, then he came back.
In fact, he was kicked out.
Correct. But Apple is still Apple.
Yeah.
So you must just initiate. At a point in time, as you age, you can sell your shares and all of that. Other people take over. They will say, oh, this man is the founder. But now these are the owners. All of that. So for me, if any private person wants to, Nampedu, they have a drawing of Nampedu's museum. I have it.
Okay.
Yes.
The one in his hometown?
They want to put it in Kwahu.
Yeah.
Yes. So President gave us green light that we should help the people put it together.
Who is championing that?
It's the Kwahu traditional
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Yes.
So the community is interested.
Yes.
So it's not only government or maybe corporate Ghana, but communities can be interested.
Governments should not even show interest in any museum of any celebrity.
At all?
Yes, let me tell you why. I've been there, done that.
Okay.
Knowing my people. These 3 or 4 microphones. They'll come and say, I'm with my Lumba, I'm Dada Kedi.
Okay.
A government can become unpopular out of this by just taking steps to do it for one person and not doing for the other person. It can bring problems. So, government can create the enabling environment, like the land we offered. That's why the land is for everybody. Charterhouse or whoever, you can come. When you come, government will create, like what they did over the weekend. Government created the enabling. That is why the DL team, private sector, Charterhouse, everybody was involved. You get it? If you watch, very soon somebody will even come and say, why did you do this for Lumba and you didn't do it for that person? These things, and so for government to be safe, not to worry you for your votes, just play safe. Create an enabling environment so that the private sector people, and they are the ones who can maintain these infrastructure. The government infrastructure itself are struggling to maintain. Then you are going to add all these things to government infrastructure. No, I do not support that idea.
But commercially, can that be a source of revenue in terms of tourism?
But we all knew Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum.
For government.
We all knew Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum was a revenue bank or something, revenue network for government. We knew. But how many years was the place going down? Everybody saw it going down, until the same President Akufo-Addo again. Bam. We knew. Everybody saw coming.
It's now the highly most visited tourist site
in Ghana.
Last year and this year, the tourism report says.
Yeah, Kwame, I think when it comes to an artist...
Last 2 years and last year, sorry.
Yes.
When it comes to an artist, it's a bit different, though.
Okay.
Because it's... we can all celebrate DL, but the property or the IP elements, or copyrighted materials whatsoever, it doesn't belong to everybody.
Okay.
You understand? So any form of exploitation,
yes,
of his works, whether his music, image rights, all of these elements sits with the people who are responsible for managing it, or the people who are inheriting it, also the heirs thereabout. So I think that you can take interest and delight in it, but if they don't give you that right, there is no way you can do, because when you do that, then you're encroaching or you're infringing upon somebody's copyrights. You know, so I think that's a bit different. I think Nkrumah's story is a bit different. He's a political figure in that particular regard, where, you know, the mausoleum in that particular respect. So I think that when it comes to musicians, that aspect is quite
even
different.
that, Nkrumah, the land for the mausoleum is not for Nkrumah.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
it's not for the family.
It's not.
The only thing that government took was to bring the body, or the coffin, and some of the assets of Nkrumah, which even that is with the permission of the administrators of Nkrumah.
Okay. Okay, makes sense.
Yes.
Makes sense. Still some examples here. There are several festivals to celebrate Elvis Presley every year, with the biggest one being the Elvis Week in Memphis. Okay? There are other festivals that celebrate Bob Marley and then others. Can this be done for our celebrities, our icons, our legends who pass away here in Ghana? Let's say a Lumba Festival.
Which is what's the even... I think it was in the offing, right? They were working on a thing like that, Lumba Fest.
That would be an annual...
No, they were working
on something like that before he passed.
Before he passed.
Okay.
That's one of the...
It will be very difficult. I'm a realist.
To hold a concert or a festival in honor of Daddy Lumba.
It will be difficult. I'm a realist. If it's a festival, it means that it should happen every year.
Yes.
Or every 2 years, or every 5 years.
Yes.
He's coming from an event background. I used to look for my own sponsorship for my events before I went to office. Ask them what you go through to put one event together in this country. At a point in time, VGMA evolving into TGMA.
Yeah.
In a particular year, if Robert will be brave to tell you, they almost cancelled it. In a particular year, it's an event with a stature of TGMA.
Yeah.
Because it was tough. They didn't even know whether they were going to do it or not.
Wow.
Yes. So sustaining, you can do year one. I can give you a number of them. What happens to Ghana means Nigeria. At a point in time, it was like one of the biggest
events.
Yes.
Yes.
Can it be?
S concert.
S concert.
Yeah, S concert.
Yes.
And then back in the day concert.
Back in the day. Yeah, that one's the same Bulari, eh?
I think it was Bulari.
I use me on Bulari.
Yes. No, I'm just recollecting some of the events.
Yeah. You know, they come. Our own brother Sadiq.
Yeah.
Three Music.
Okay, Three Music Awards.
Yes.
Last year, it was held last year though.
But you can tell it's erratic.
Okay.
And Sadiq says it himself.
Oh yeah.
That he doesn't do them because it is this. Wonderland. Brilliant concept.
Yeah.
Why? So for me,
I was going to say old school reunion.
Old school
reunion. Does it still happen?
Yeah.
No, it's cancelled.
Old school reunion.
School's reunion is cancelled.
No. It doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's cancelled.
Okay. I think I was confusing that with Rep Your Jersey. No, it's okay. Yeah. Old school reunion.
Yeah, Rep Your Jersey is on.
Yeah.
So you see, Robert is quiet.
No. So you see, raising funds.
Ashley says you guys should do it.
Don't worry. Raising funds is a tough thing.
Yeah,
you understand. But when you have people with such goodwill, you don't want to rule it out at the beginning. Mm-hmm. You want to be able to explore its possibility first.
Okay.
You know, it's that interest that will get you to see whether you can find a way to be able to raise money for it to continue.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know, my challenge is that when something is legacy, you might, aftermath, right now everybody say Lumba. Aftermath, if you do not manage it well, it can even delete or deplete the level of the legacy that he left.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Corny, I did Troka. Oh, is that the Lumba they were talking about? Oh, some of our top artists have come from.
And
Yeah, some people have come from that country. So they see they're celebrating one of their biggest artists. Is that what they did? Oh, before you see, it's becoming negation instead of the positive side. So, yes, if you don't take a step, you wouldn't know what you have ahead of you. Business, the key word in entrepreneurship is taking risk, calculable risk. So you want to take a risk. But what I'm saying is that let's take calculable risk, manageable risk, such that it will not end up becoming counterproductive.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So let's
leave us halfway.
Let's note that he didn't say it was not possible.
He didn't say that.
No, I'm just saying.
So that.
So he didn't say it was not possible.
I'm MPP. It's possible.
Political bars.
One fact here, fun fact here is okay. This one, Nigeria does it for Fela and with a dedicated channel on DSTV for the festival alone.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, that at the end of the day, it begins with doing or like taking that interest and saying, look, I want to do this. What does it mean?
Yeah.
And then getting into the space, what are the cost elements, who is willing to partner, who is willing to throw in what, and how do you get people, how do you fund it, how do you put money into this for it to be able to generate more money. Imagine, I don't know what, it would be nice for us to eventually find out with all the catalog that he has and all the number of songs that is released, what are the royalties that he's getting, so to say. Boss, 1 second. Okay. So that when we finish all of so you find ways and means to finance a project, and then you say, what about sustainability in terms of 5 years? What does it look like? Is this something that will work in terms of people participating in all of that? Okay. How much are people supposed to pay when they come through? And what does it mean going forward? And if all of that still makes sense and you can fund it, then you can go into that particular space. However, this is not a thing for me. I would not want to come and discuss a thing like this if it is in the offering or you're planning on air. You want to do your background checks and everything. Yeah, before you come and say anything. Otherwise, you will feel like, hey, Charlie, you say you want, Charlie. Anyways.
Yeah, it's a slippery area.
Very.
No, but you see, there's what I wanted to say.
Okay.
This one, those of you who are still into events.
It means you are no more in events.
I only consult.
Event consultant.
Yes, I used to do the high life. What's the name?
Yes. Sadiq is telling me that we should come back.
Yeah, I think you should.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, in the West, I hear it's even happening in Nigeria.
Okay.
Entrepreneurs or rich men or wealthy men, at a point in time, give back to society. And some of the things that they do is that, like this Lumba project, they could come and say, if you decide to do this event every year, this is my quota. Every year, come for $100,000 from me. Yes. But most of the top films you see around the world is from some rich men who just say, I want to sponsor this film, and they drop $5 million, $10 million. Yes. We don't have that in this country. But here the Nigerians are trying. The rich men in society who have benefited from the art, even if you don't benefit from the art and you are a believer in your culture, at a point in time, some of them have excesses. Yes. And you must become, I see that a lot of people write philanthropists on their Facebook profile. Meanwhile, they've not given chicken out even the whole year.
Now this one can make headlines.
No,
this one can make headlines.
Please say it again.
but let me say again. Sometimes
philanthropists, I see it become
LinkedIn profile.
Or LinkedIn, they don't go there.
Philanthropists.
You see people's titles, but you go like, is it the same person I know?
Philanthropists. Yet you don't see the people how they are doing a philanthropist. So Bill Gates has one, I like.
As in foundation?
Yes. Yes, that they support some of they support people.
Yeah.
Yes. So where are the rich men in this country? Where are their foundations and what are they doing?
Right. So in line with that, let me quickly add.
Okay.
You can achieve the organization of an event if you also tie it to projects like a foundation and what the foundation represents. So for example, you organize the event, but it's a fundraising. It has the fundraising orientation. You are selling tables to rich men, so they know they are coming to pay 10,000, not because they are getting 10,000 cedis worth, or so to say, but they know that the value that they are paying and being given a table, the X amount of the money they are paying is going into a particular project. So if Lumba stands for, let's say, I don't know, anything, and then there's a Lumba Foundation, so to say, X amount of money from, so they say proceeds from 10% or 50%, whatever, from the gate will go into this particular project. So you end up organizing the events. You use it as, a source for raising fund or raising money, and then it goes into the project.
All right.
So you are achieving two things, with one particular project, so to say.
That's awesome. Let's get into biopics and documentaries. I think this has been said a number of times. Documentaries and biopics. Why aren't we able to do that? Same financial issue?
Relatively, we can't say they're expensive. Relatively.
They aren't.
I mean, if you compare projects like putting festival, Lumba Fest, and then a documentary. Documentary is relatively not expensive compared to a Lumba Fest. So we should be able to do, like I said, I was going to do mine next year.
Yeah.
We should be able to do them, but it is time consuming.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It is that one is not the money, it's the time.
Yeah.
Because if I'm to do my documentary, look at the number of people in the pool that we have to talk to. Look at the research, pictures, footages that we must get, all of that. So if you are not committed to do a documentary, it is difficult. By the way, as we spoke about the events, for me, I like to give people credit where it's due.
Okay.
You see, we've mentioned event. Ejai. Charterhouse has been strong till now with the VGMA. TGMA, yes. So let it motivate. A pat on the shoulder, it will motivate the rest of us.
And they have other events they organize apart from the Ghana Music Awards.
Yes.
So thank you for your kind words. Yes, on that note.
You want to join the conversation?
Well, we've been running Miss Malika for over 22 years now.
That's 22 years?
Yes. And then the comedy show too has been over 17 years.
Yeah, the Night of
1,000 Laughs and series. So I think that I get amazed sometimes when I actually check the portfolio of public events that are still running because I came to meet them.
Yeah.
So I give always kudos to those who were there before I came. Everybody that was there from the beginning.
All the people.
All the way through till now.
Yeah.
And then, so I see it as you also do your part and, ensure that the legacy continues because really it's an asset of our entertainment sector, social life, ecosystem and stuff like that. So kudos to the founding fathers and those who have played a role in a particular space.
So I actually said that because I wanted to tell you that when you go back, begin to work on your documentary too. Yes, because with all these achievements,
it's one of the things that we've had conversations about it.
Okay.
Everybody has conversations about it.
So the first thing is actually the story. And then once you have the story, then you think about how to represent it. It's interesting, I was reading about biopics.
Yeah.
And then some of them were intentionally blocked because an estate, you see, it's image rights and somebody's story and what you're able to do it. Because they are biopic movies.
Yeah.
So we've been hearing about Michael Jackson and stuff like that. Yesterday I watched one of the biopics, the Jackson 5 or something.
Okay.
Yeah, the story up to that particular point. Right now, I think they are discussing Michael Jackson and they're going to use one of his nephews to create that. I don't know if it's been shot already, but these are things that serve as revenue generation for the estate, so to say. Because if you have a relationship, if the management thereof, together with the label that they are that they are affiliated to. They put these particular things in the cinema. So you can imagine the amount of money that is going to come through. I think last year, we were talking about the artist that earned the most, who is deceased. That's Michael Jackson, really.
Yeah.
So they know what they are doing and they are doing it well. So I think it's one of the areas we can consider. So again, it's an opportunity for us to invite the movie makers, the film industry to be a part of the conversation, but not just them. I think that the movie industry too, once we have this, we need to find a way to let the marketers and the best brains in the marketing space be part of the arts. You understand? Because the last time Shelley was here, we spoke. They will do their best in terms of the artistic quality, what is required.
Okay.
And then they will do what they can with respect to promotion and marketing. But that is not their field. And so it's one of the areas they have huge deficits in. And we need to be able to get that. The same way we need marketers in the space of music. We need marketers in the space of that. We need marketers to, just like, if you have a proper label, you will see clearly that there are accountants doing what they are supposed to do.
It's not only the creatives.
It's not only the creatives, and it shouldn't just be the creatives. We have to allow potatoes to potatoes. So if a publicist is supposed to be part of a team, the publicist should be in there. So I think that those are some of the things we need to be able to look at, so that the entire value chain made up of different professionals are working together to achieve a particular goal.
Awesome. Okay, this information here is about Richard Niamakwe. He's alive, but he has launched a food bank where people go to eat for free. Yeah, so this person can say he's a philanthropist.
Yeah.
Yes, he can.
Awesome. I think we can touch on releases, as in posthumous releases before we go. I've not really heard any musician who has passed and then we've had, let's say, an album or a song released.
Oh, Tupac.
No, Ghana, please. have we had that? Maybe Ebony. Did we have that for Ebony? No. Is it because maybe they did not do any song before they passed? They didn't have songs recorded before they passed. But I've been thinking about it.
So my question is, who is managing their works after they are gone?
Well,
do you understand? Because then when you speak to some of these artists, or when you get into the space, you realize that even before the release, so Stonebwoy, the last time we said when he was working on his Fifth Dimension album, he did over 50 songs.
Okay.
But it is not all the 50 songs that featured on the album. So what it means is that X number of songs are there.
Yeah.
And I watched another video where Michael Jackson said he does over 100 songs before he releases an album, but not all the 100 songs
get onto an album.
So then you have X number of songs there.
Resting.
Exactly. But so the question here is, because again it's music. Even Sina Soul, I think there was a conversation we had when, I don't know, was it Sony Music that she was tied to when she...
Sony Music,
at the beginning. Yeah. Before they selected the songs...
Was it Sony Universal?
One of them, I'm not...
Universal? I think Universal, rather.
Okay.
Universal.
Okay, yeah. But she did X number of songs, I think about over 20 or 30. So I know, and well, Honorable is here, so basically we know. I know a lot of artists do many songs and then you select. Camido showed us so many songs that he has unreleased. So the question here is, what happens when you are gone? You understand what I'm saying? So it's a matter of...
Who takes charge of that?
Yes, so people need to understand that they are businesses. The artists are businesses. And that you need to have your succession planning. So that when you are no more, the people who take after you are able to, put your works in. Exactly. Good. Because all of these works that you've done, some of them have to find, space into the marketplace, so to say. So I think that we need to think about that.
I heard Kewa say that he was even working on an album with Daddy Lumba before he passed. So in that instance, is it going to be released posthumously? I've been thinking about it because we should listen to the album. It
should be one of the biggest releases you can think about if it's done, blown properly.
So what prevents the estates of our icons from releasing some of these albums after the icons are gone? Is it a label thing? Is it a management thing? Is it a family thing?
I think it's a blend of all, but I'm happy that Honorable is here.
Okay.
If we talk about megastar, That was a label, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So imagine that you have...
Megastar actually wasn't a label. It was a record company.
Okay. A record company. Not a label. Please educate us. What's the difference?
It was deliberate. Okay. You know, the labels are smaller, or they are small. And then the record company, like the name would say, is a company.
Okay.
So in the West, where you can find clear lines between the two.
Yeah.
Bad Boy Entertainment, which is PDD, would do the job, but finally we'll take it to maybe Arista, Clive Davis, or take it to Sony, Warner. So the whole record label business in the West is driven by just 5 or 6 labels. So I don't know if
huge.
Yes, they are the companies, not even
companies.
the labels.
The labels are the
labels are
ones.
Yes. So Teddy Riley, Jermaine Dupri. I don't know about some of your new producers, Timbaland.
So Warner Music is a company?
Yes.
That's
That
is a record company.
Yes. It's part of Time Warner.
Okay.
So for Warner, it's a big deal. Sony, big deal. Even Sony. Universal.
Okay.
Yes. Even under Sony, it's Columbia.
Yeah. All right.
And Columbia is big, but even Columbia is under Sony.
All right.
Aha. Then Universal. I think Universal also has Uptown.
Yeah, they, like all of them underneath them, quite a number of them.
So I think there's another one. Is it BMG?
Yeah, I think I've seen. Is it BMG?
Polygram.
Okay.
Polygram. Yes, they used to be very big. I don't know about now.
Okay.
So for me, what you are talking about is a structural problem.
Okay.
When today, which company or label was working with Daddy Lumba?
His own label.
His personal.
Yes, he had a label. Yeah.
Where is his office? How do they operate? Where is the structure of Lumba Productions? That's the going concern that I mentioned. That when the concept is that a business is infinite.
Okay.
So when the owner is not there, the entity concept, the owner is different from the company. So Daddy Lumba as an artist is different from Lumba.
Okay. So and it says it's not BMG, it's BMI.
BMI. There's BMI and
there's BMG as well.
I think BMI is more like a CMO.
Yes. So
BMI, BMG too. Yes.
So BMG stands for BMG Rights Management. A global
but BMI is a CMO.
Let me read this.
Okay, read it for us.
BMG Rights Management, a global music company that operates as both a music publisher and a record label.
Yeah.
It's known for its focus on fairness, transparency, strong artist, song, what about
so that's BMG, but BMI is a CMO.
It's a
okay, all right, okay.
Old school, sir.
Okay, before please, are you done with
no?
Please continue.
And you just still got to carry away and you left.
Please continue.
You think
the album release, the
so
posthumous releases, yes.
When there is a structure, multimedia, it's not because I've worked here before. But one of the things I like about multimedia is that today, Bonin Kwechire, if Kosichum is not there, it has, because it practices good governance. There is a board, CEO, fine structure, that without Kosichum, the structure will run. But Lumba Productions, I'm not sure Lumba Productions has all these that I'm talking about. So when now there's no Lumba, where is the structure to drive that product, Lumba? Again, he is even lucky that the estate or the administrators will take the project from maybe Kewa. Most of the time, the normal thing is that, I'm the one handling, let me use, which artist would you give to me? Give me one of the artists. Okay, so I'm handling Kwame Eugene.
Yeah.
Then, Bonin Kwechire, Kwame Eugene is no more. The administrators of Kwame Eugene will be some family members. They don't understand this whole thing. So most of the time, by the time the person leaves, because of the family not understanding the whole concept, the record label will just put the music out, because you can't carry that cross.
Exactly.
They'll give you problems. I remember when Daybreak passed. And then I even spoke on Hitz FM. Somebody from Daybreak's family, or somebody says he's the manager of Daybreak, came to speak anyhow to me. Yes, it was on the same channel. Not about any musical. He says that when Daybreak was alive years ago, I had issues with Daybreak, so I shouldn't talk.
Oh.
Yes. So can you imagine if I had music from it? And it's true, me, I have Daybreak song I never released.
Oh, really?
Yes, me, yes.
Can't you release it now?
They say I shouldn't even talk about it. I should go and release it.
But you have the right to it.
Yes, but you see, sometimes your age and you want to preserve your image, and you're not interested in any talk.
Yeah,
this song won't do anything to me. Let it hide anywhere where it want to hide. Yeah,
wow.
I won't touch it. You want to add more years to your life. You won't touch it. That's why I said it's a structural problem and it's a cultural problem. Yes.
Daybreak Hitz on Hitz 103.9 FM. We're here with former Deputy Minister of Tourism, Art and Culture, Mark Okraku-Mantey, and Robert Klah, who is from Charterhouse. He's head of communication and public events. I got it right this time around.
Yeah. I think that song even featured Achiame.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. There are some comments here. This one says
Mark is depriving us of some.
This one says
some creative juices. Hey! You say what?
Okay, comments here. This one says good team. Hitz 103.9 to Daddy Lumba. I think he has always been celebrated, but not nationwide. This is Olasti, Max former fan. Hey, former fan pa. Romeo says
listen, former artist. You now a former fan to me. I'm suspecting this man is in this.
I was Max former fan. Good morning, watching live from Com says, I'm still wondering, ever since Lumba died, the music industry didn't come together to do a tribute song for him. It still baffles me. Big up to Madam Olivia. Okay, I've seen a few, a number of artists do individual tribute songs. But as in collectively, I've not seen that yet. Richie Rain says, Mark is purely doing politics. Good morning, Kwame and your panelists. I don't understand why the video song was played at Daddy Lumba's Vigil. I was very disappointed in the live band for playing the video song while Daddy Lumba has over 180 hit songs. Secondly, some guys were saying that there shouldn't have been any tributes at the Vigil. Tributes are only at funerals. Is that right?
Yes, I agree.
Okay. Zeal Nana Kwekwe says, good conversation. Okay, and he said he's learning a lot from this. Thank you so much for listening. Kofi Legends says, why can't the creative arts set a day to award our legends both from the movie, music and football fraternity, at least giving them some huge sum of money's health insurance cover and at least 5 days vacation in Dubai? Hey, with all expenses covered. This should be done every 2 years until the legends are satisfied. Caleb Neboy says, Kwame, Rough Town released Concern Police after Ebony Pass. Yes, you're right. Okay. There were plans to release a few, but you know the back and forth with her father. Yes. Okay.
You see the culture problem?
Comes in here.
You see the culture problem?
Comes in here.
Father.
Yes. Bullet and Starboy quoting the issue.
Yeah, so you see, I think that every conversation we're having here, Kwame, everything we are actually having here, there is a business undertone to it.
Yeah.
Because you start off as the evolution. You start off as a talent, potential. Then you become an artist.
Yeah.
An artist simply means this is your professional world you are going into. At that point you've transitioned. You are becoming a business. Then from the artist you grow and you become a brand, well recognized, well known. That is where you build your assets. At this particular point, the dynamics will change.
Yeah.
Once you become a brand, working with artists, working with companies, they are throwing money. You are able to merchandise. The extensions are being built here and there. Some are lucky from that particular point. They become institutions.
Yeah.
So they are able to expand. They are able to invest into other allied businesses that adds to their value and all of that. And then at the end of the day, the last part is your estate. If there is a business mind to all of these things, you need to be able to think about like Honorable said, it has to be infinite.
Okay.
So succession planning is relevant so that you would be able to carry on. And then let's remember, the law has already made it that when you die, you have up to 70 years
after your death
for your stuff to
be public domain.
Yeah, before it goes into the public domain.
Yeah.
So that
I think there's more to it. It's not just 70.
70 after the death of.
I think it's 70 plus some 50. Some 50 is somewhere again.
Okay.
Find out. Yes.
Okay.
Not just 70. 70,
but
50. I think 70. Then it changes when the 50 is for something can use. I've forgotten. But it's 70.
We'll get into that
before it comes out.
All right.
But what I'm saying here is this: if 70 years has been granted, then the artist should not if they are giving you 70 years and you have not even thought of the first year after your death. The law is giving you 70 years. So
69 to go.
But you have not even thought of your first year. So it's you understand what I'm saying? So, and there's nothing, nobody say you're going to die. But almost immediately you should start thinking about what my life now and my life thereafter, that kind of stuff, so that we can think about how we can successively plan the management, because it's stewardship really when you are dead, and how they are able to manage, and we have to lay the foundation now really. I think so.
Okay. Honorable Minister.
Yeah.
Hey, Master Honorable.
Yeah, Kwame.
Please, your final words, everything in summary.
All right. Thank you for bringing us. I'm sure with the Daddy Lumba conversation, it is obvious that music is a big industry. It is obvious that music is the biggest of all the wings of the creative industry when it comes to fame.
Yes.
Music is the biggest. You can, a particular film, when you watch it 5 times, you get tired. But you can listen to a particular song over 500 times.
Yeah.
So with the Lumba one, we've seen it. Let's place a lot of value on this industry, the creative industry. I have said that I wouldn't want to practice in the industry anymore. But yes, but
you wouldn't?
No.
Not again?
No. Anything you want from me with consultancy, I will not practice.
Okay, so it's still participate.
Okay.
You'll not practice, but you participate. Okay.
Yes.
We love the participation.
Yes. So it is an industry that, again, going concern. People started, we came to meet, we've done our part. People should hold the mantle and do the right things. And I'm saying this because I still see that the industry practitioners themselves, like I said, the culture, one day we must have a meeting, the whole industry, and then discuss down-to-earth conversations. Look, Sabe, agro, the fact that you're a boxer, I say this all the time, doesn't mean you box in public. You only box to make money. You're an entertainer, doesn't mean the agra. No, it must be business. The right things, knowledge, we must acquire it. The right things must be done so that this industry can make the money it deserves. And then I'm happy Lumba never came out to say that I need support to be able to survive. I need that to do it. I'm happy that didn't happen.
And his doctor says it's a lie. He must give us at least 2 albums before he retires.
Right now,
right now, for even ask Honorable. So please, who is going to what are the plans for managing your estates? Because you see, we keep talking about musicians as if the artists are the only musicians. You understand what I'm saying?
Only creatives, okay.
Like when we talk about the only musicians,
industry.
Yes,
Okay.
but artists, they are performing artists.
Yes.
These are the musicians.
Yes.
Oh, me, I don't play. So I'm not a musician.
You don't play?
I don't play.
Okay.
I only create. I don't play.
Music executive.
Okay, music executive. So yes, in terms
I only play drums.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But it is
Then you're a musician.
you
produce music.
I program. Yes. So yes.
Okay.
You have the microphones. Sometimes I get hurt with how we use our microphones. Some people, those in the health sector, those in the other sectors, apart from you and sports, the 2 ministries that have microphone is the sports side and the creative tourism side. So you have all the power to change your narratives. But when we use it in the negative sense, it influences. They say I shouldn't say this, but the policymakers, they all listen to you. Policymakers listen to you. Corporate Ghana listen to you. This is not the first time I'm saying this here. You can choose to take it, you can choose not to take it. When your proposals go to, I will not mention the persons described for you to get a clue, but someone I was very close to was working with one of the banks. Ochame Kwame's proposal went there, and the person was also in the creative industry who was doing the national service for the bank. When the letter went there, and they saw the letter. Even Ochame Kwame, he's one of the most respected in that sense. They took the letter and said, "Oh, it's our creative way." They didn't even read it. Shred. So I know where I'm coming from. Because of the perception we've created. And I want to reiterate that this thing that I say, let's not allow DJ Bredash to advise Ochame Kwame. He doesn't qualify. You bring amateurs, people, you hear people like in Japan, one hit producer. You hear him correcting me. But what has he done?
Does he not have more than one hit?
One hit.
He's produced a number of other artists.
One hit. And that is the environment.
PZ Fire.
That is the environment you guys have created.
This is what Shatawale has been saying.
This environment you guys have created. You will see, what's your name again?
Fantastic.
DJ
Fantastic.
Fantasia. DJ Fantastic. I was the one who recruited him.
Oh.
Yes. Then, because he has microphone, 2 years from now, you see him telling me how music is recorded. And he's the one teaching me how it should. By this time, there should be a way to bring a Zab Mallet here. That is it. It's Zab Mallet who can motivate the young guys. Oh. He's the one they should learn from. Oh. Zab Mallet cannot be learning from the younger ones. Unfortunately, that's how you've made the industry. It's the younger ones who are directing the seniors. How? So Kesafo sits there. Then you see some new cameraman. You go and bring him. Say, oh, he's a cameraman. He just completed NAFTI. Then so he's the one telling. So should have done that. How? Apart from the creative industry, do you see this thing happening anywhere? When I went for vetting, I was a creative person. I saw the people and I was watching them, how they relate to me. When the lawyers go, oh, senior counsel, yeah, my senior is here. So you see how they respect themselves. Because they believe in structure. Their mindset is structured. I know that the creative industry is an anti-status quo fraternity. Because that's the only way you can create. But there should be a way that you respect. Lumba is dead. A lot of, oh, Mark, come and speak. Mark, come and speak. You are all admiring me for the things I say about Lumba because you think I have knowledge. It's because I followed them. I respected them. I go to them. Charles Samoa, Zap, all the people do not know. Zap Mallet's father was the one who used to repair the amplifiers of almost all the top bands in Ghana. So that's how come Zap got the information when they come. Dr. KJC's band will come, Palm Boss band, everybody. And they all come to Zap's father. And because Zap was an instrumentalist learning, and you know, what do you do today? How many of you come to me to learn? Instead, you sit here and you this. You this to the extent that me, when I came to inherited Hitz FM, I knew where Hitz FM was. And you all know my story here. Somebody was given a TV channel, it failed. That person came to sit on a channel and said that I had done nothing for the industry. But that day, let me say thank you to those of you.
Are you talking about Nana?
Oh, I don't mention names. Oh,
okay.
There's something in you can show inference. Inference. Okay, I didn't know the word. I wanted to learn from you.
Yes. By inference. Okay.
Yes.
So we can infer.
I do not know.
Okay.
I haven't said it. In law, they say I don't remember.
Okay.
And you can't force me to remember.
Okay.
Yes. So what I'm saying is that I will not be having these interviews anymore.
Okay.
And I remember I told somebody, so I said, why don't you want to do this education? I said, I won't do it again. I've been speaking for the past 30 years on how we should do things. I've contributed to pundits. We were actually the originators of this whole concept of pundits, entertainers, whatever. But the way you guys are going, I don't want to be part anymore. So I hang my gloves. I will only talk about my party issues. So when the person said I'm doing politics, it is not out of place.
You're a politician.
That is where I belong. I can't come back. I'll move forward.
Thank you.
So yes.
Thank you very much,
Mr.
Okraku-Mantey.
Mr. Chum is here. Let me.
Former Deputy Minister of. Okay.
Yes, my boss is here.
Yes, Mr. Chum is here.
Yes. Mr. Chum, I learned a lot from him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Kwame, let me quickly also say this. Somebody was saying that no tributes at Vigils.
Yes.
I think that there's a write-up that I'm looking at that says otherwise.
Okay.
So there are tributes. It's not mandatory, but it is allowed.
Okay.
Yes, I just want to be able to.
All right.
Again, wait. Culture. The person who said that is using our culture.
Okay.
Our culture, I don't think it allows that.
Okay, I think it's a thing for discussion.
I think we can discuss this some other time.
I'm reading Vigil.
Okay.
The word Vigil.
All right.
You Googled Vigil.
It's Vigil.
Okay.
You Googled Vigil.
Or it's
Thank you very much.
It's not Ghanaian Vigil.
It's Vigil.
Thank you very much, former Deputy Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Mark Okraku-Mantey, for coming, and to you, Robert Klah from Charterhouse. Yeah, he's head of communication and public events. Thanks so much for coming through to Daybreak Hitz today. It's been very insightful and educative. I love it. Yeah. All right. My name is Kwame Dazi. This show was produced by Mr. Hagler with support from Debbie Sway, Ni Apnes, and DJ Fantastic. We are back tomorrow. All right. Okay. So let me, before I even go, let me tell you about those who helped make this possible. Betway, you always get way more with Betway. Franco, trading enterprise, telephone, Papa Perfie, Cowbell Coffee with you every moment, MTN everywhere you go. Sisters Sanitary, powered by Dahlia, EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa. See you tomorrow.
This is Hitz.